Alright guys, what's going on? So what happened today? Well, I had a nice day. I had like a $200 day and then I pissed it away on Apple. But I was willing to risk the gains that I had on the day for Apple's breakout here. So I was watching Apple and I was doing this pattern. It kind of flagged, or I had a pennant here, broke to the downside. Okay, so then we got to the daily support here, which I have drawn on this line. If we go to the daily, not the daily, got a higher time frame. I just had a little support line drawn from this low from yesterday and a higher low from yesterday, and it kind of lined up perfectly with that low. And actually, it's still continuing today, right now, to this low. So what did I do here? Well, it came back up. It reclaimed that trend line. It came back up to this mark that I had here. It made a higher low, came back up, made a higher low, broke through, made a higher low again, and then as it broke through here, I thought that was confirmation that we were going to go through high of day. So it came back down to this mark, and I took the calls right here at this level. I took the 180 calls because I thought that it was going to make a move past high of day to like 178. We had room up to 180 on the daily. I'll show you here. On the daily, 180 is the top of this daily candle right here. So we had room all the way up there. So that's why I chose that strike. I was kind of looking for a home run. It wasn't the best entry. Of course, this was the best entry here. But I think I was trading ASNS at the time, or a penny stock. I can't remember which one. I'll go over it. But it came down here, and I got flushed out almost at support right here because all of my gains were wiped out on the day, and now I'm down $12, which is, it's okay. It's disappointing, but it's okay, I guess. I was willing to risk my gains. I guess I should have used smaller size or been out a little bit earlier because, I mean, none of this really confirmed it to me. We popped back up, and then once I saw we rolled over, I sold in here because that to me was confirmation that my plan was wrong, or at least today is going to be a chop day, and it's going to kill the premiums on the options. Now this actually might end up working out here. We actually look like we're setting up for a move, but that's my own fault for not buying on this support. You can see this support was bought up really nicely. This support was bought up really nicely. I don't have an entry right now, and I don't have any money to risk. I don't want to risk more than my gains because, like I said, I already gave up my gains, and I don't want to do that again and put me further in the red, so I'm just going to call it here. So what else did I trade? I traded ALQA. My entries today were just not as good. Like, I didn't buy on this support here. I wasn't even watching it. I can't remember what I was watching. And then we made a higher low right here, and I really liked that. I really like this higher low that we made right here. So then I bought kind of as we broke out of that the wedge. I took some profits. I re-added. Took some more profits. I re-added. I was working a core, and it was kind of sloppy, but I managed to pull out some profits. So I'm happy with that. Again, buying on the higher low here, selling almost at the top here. Rebuying, taking more profit, rebuying, and then selling the whole thing. So I was working my core on the way up. I was selling into pops and kind of adding those shares back down into weakness. And I'm actually still looking for this to make a move back to high of days. So it just made it right now, the first of that move. I was watching for it over 27. So actually, I would buy some shares here at 20. If we hit 27 on the bid, let's see if we get it here. We saw it. Oh, we saw it there for a second. Okay, so I got filled for just 200 shares there at 27. That's the mark I was looking at. We're already up back into the 30s. Are we going to break 40? If we break 40, I'll take 100 shares off. Now, my average is 428, so 200... 428. I don't want to go red on this. I'll give it 1 cent. Put in my stop at 427. There. I already have a stop in this. I cannot go red except for by 1 cent. So It's kind of funny that this is during the recording because I was waiting for this, and of course the second I press record, we get this massive volume candle. So I'm very, very comfortable with this. 40, so 43. I'll try and take 100 off there. Didn't get the fill. That's fine. I'll just hold on to the shares that I have right now. It's kind of cool that you guys get to see an active management of a position now. And where to put your stops. So I'm just waiting for this candle to work its way out. We're halfway through the 1 minute candle right now with very, very low volume. So I really like this. I'm not going to add because if I double my position here, now my average is up at like 34, and I'm not okay with that. We get a little bit more of a dip to 30, I would add, but I'm not going to do it right now. There's no reason for me to do it right now. So now we wait. I don't know if I'll end up editing this or what's going to happen here. Let's change the song here while I wait. 43, 32, 30. Trying to add 200 shares there at 430. Move it up to 431. That's me right there on the bid. Guess I'm not going to get filled. Oh, yeah, I am going to get filled. Okay, so my stop now, change it to 400 shares. At 427, I could get taken out right here. This is the bottom of this candle. This is a amazing entry, an amazing little position I have here. And now I'm going to be looking to take some off. So again, above 440, I'll try and take maybe half of it off or just 100 shares off. But I do have faith that this thing could break through high of day here. Like if we go back and we look at this, if it gets over 440 here, we could make our way back to high of day easily. That's what has been happening recently. This is a clear bull flag. Like I don't really have to draw it out for you. You can see the bull flag. So, okay, so I thought I would start recording again. We got the little pop here that I'm looking for. This 200 MA is really irritating me. Let's see if I can see it better on here. AQLA. There we go. So I took profit on that jump. Looking for over 450. Holy moly, 460, 470. What's the high here? 470 is the high. I'm looking to re-add at 470 for a scalp. 470, 480, 487. I'm trying to sell here. What was my target here? 493 is the high of day. 90, 93, oh my god, $5. I'm not taking profit yet on these 200 shares. I want to see how it holds up. $5, let's see if we could break $5. I might add 100 shares. I added 100 shares there for the break of $5. Ooh, there's a big guy here. I took those 100 shares off there at 509. I still have 200 shares left. So 493 is the high. So if it comes back to 493, I'm not sure if I'll add actually. There's a massive guy buying here at $5. How much room do we have here on the daily? Oh, we're in clear skies for now. So I have an order here, and I'm going to cancel this order. Excuse me. You guys know my throat's always screwed up. So if we're about to break 5, I'm going to sell 100 shares. Other than that, I'm going to hold on. It looks like we're going to... So over 514, I'll sell another 100 shares. 510. So 514 and $5 is the mark. 507. Yeah, we're holding here. So I might add 100 shares over 514. There, I sold 100 shares into that guy as he was breaking on the way down at $5. Except he now just obviously held up. So the new high would be over 514. So I would scalp an extra 200 shares over 514. We can see the volume profile here on the pullback is amazing. So I like this. I still like this. There's no resistance anywhere up top, so I'm not worried about that. Over 510. Let's see what it does here. 510, I would take 100 shares. 510, 100 shares I just added. Okay, it was taking a while to break that, so I took them off there. I'm going to take another 100 off. Near the highs. Let's get back up there to 515. So my average is still well under $5, so I'm very happy about that. I have a great average. At this point, 15, 16, okay, I got filled there. 200 shares left. Now what I'm going to do... Oh, this is... The short sellers are really trying to push this down. You can see there, it just slammed all the way back down. I'm going to try and put a stop here quickly. Stop. 200 shares at $5. Sell. So now I have a stop at $5 for the last 200 shares. And if I get taken out of this, then that's fine and I'm done. That is how you create stress-free trading. You work a core with an average. See, my average is all the way down here and my stop is up here. So I can just completely take my hands off of this now. Wait for this to go to 550 and I don't really care. Like, I have awesome profits now on that. That made up for the Apple mistake. I saw the potential in this. It was flagging. And sure enough, it eventually followed through. Now, I don't know what this is going to do. Again, this has no resistance on the daily. So we could go anywhere. And what I've learned from before is that I don't like getting all out because if I get all out here and this goes to 550, I'm going to wish that I held a piece, right? So that's why this is I like this style of trading much more. So I already have this much profit on this name. And this is just 400 shares, right? So that was a total investment of like $2,000. But anyways, we'll see what happens here. This could slam through right here. We could continue to flag. Again, no idea what's going to happen. But there's people stacking up here on the bid. So I think that will push this higher. We're just in a range right now, 505 to 520. I would not be buying in here unless it's on the lower end. Because we don't know if it's going to break through. There's lots of resistance here. Lots of people piling in short, I think. So if this squeezes, this could easily get to 550. Now, if it's going to happen, I think it's going to happen right here on this candle, maybe the next candle. Wonder if I'm going to get stopped out. Yes, there. I just got stopped out of $5. We're crashing through 5. But again, that was a profit stop. So you can see right there, it held up 493, and we might actually now continue higher. Then for sure it could continue higher. So there's the dip into 493. We are watching it being bought up. It's holding, it's reclaimed $5 now. 506, 509, 510, 514. Can it break the highs here? Who knows? I'm not sure if there's another... There will be one more trade in here for the jump over highs. And I'm just trying to see where I would want to get in. If we get back down to $5, I would add 100 shares. Trying to get filled there. I got 100 shares there. It's just 100 shares, so I'm not worried about really what happens with 100 shares. Now, if we make it over the highs, like if we come up towards 515, 516, I'll add 200 and then sell the whole thing. That's my plan. If I get some more adding potential here, so my absolute stop on this is under 490. I'm just going to have a mental stop. I'm not going to put it in manually. 493. So I'll try and get another 100 shares here towards my stop. So I don't know if I'm going to get filled here on the 494s. There, I just got filled. So now my stop is at 489. And I just got instantly taken out. So I think this thing is dead. I just gave up, I think, $30 worth of profit. So my trades here. Yeah, I had an average of 97. And I sold at 87 on just half size. So I lost $20 on that last trade. So now I'm back up on the day. So happy to say that. I'm probably going to stop trading this because this is typically where I keep adding into this support and then it just falls and falls and falls. We can see that it's kind of weak right now. And I'm sure this video is already pretty long the way it is. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm actually up pretty decent on the day now because I added that much because I was only down $12 before this. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Glad we got a little excitement in there. I'm probably not going to touch this. Like I said, the volume is just so low now. The patterns aren't really designed to work, or they don't really work out that much with low volume. So we could get a spike over here. And if we continue, maybe I'll take it again, but with like 100 shares, if I lose 50 cents on 100 shares, I would only lose $50 of profit on the day. So that's all about managing your risk. And with that, we will see you guys later. So just as I turned it off, the pattern formed perfectly for me. This is the 5-second chart. This is what I was watching right here. So I took a starter as we broke out of here on the 5-second chart. We came back down, we made a higher low. We're continually making higher lows. And I can see this based on the bid. I can see the bid is not going lower because if you look at the 1-minute chart, all you see is this, right? You don't really know what the hell's going on. But I can see the 5-second chart in my head. As I've said before, that one remaining trade that was left, I knew was coming. Because the bids just kept getting lifted and lifted, and there's people stacking up like 50,000, 5,000 shares, 10,000 shares at each price. So I was comfortable buying in with a stop under these guys. So, so I added again as we were just breaking out, and we broke out through the high of day at 520, and I sold 300 of the 400 shares up here, and I had a stop on the rest, and I actually got stopped out near the bottom. So now, almost for sure, this thing is dead. I will not be touching this. I just added, I'm not sure how much I just added of profit. $40 of profit on the day. So I don't trust this anymore, and I used too much size on that last position right here in case I was wrong. So with that, again, thank you guys for watching. I'm done. I had a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.